Thought I'd shoot a little video of the house the last day and the last time I was here. And this is the house at 1624 Oak Hills in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I moved here when I was a sophomore in high school in 1964. And this was my house. It's funny, I was filming and the car that drove up that I stopped by filming for was the realtors, Betty Lou, Ryan and her husband Don Vogel. There they go. So this is the garage area, pulled in there a million times. Front of the house, this is a little bitty dogwood tree. It's not little bitty anymore, but that was planted when the house originally, when we originally moved here, it was just a stick. The maple tree there, that was a stick when we moved in. And now it's, well, 50 years can do that. It's a big tree, trust me on that. It's a big tree. It's a big tree. Down the street, kind of take a look at the little neighborhood. Sam Understall's house over there. All the neighbors. Dad had, and Mom had real good neighbors. Good people. Good people. Very hilly here, as you can see. Very hilly. Let's go in the backyard. Standing on the back deck. And this is a really nice big deck. And the thing about in Missouri, you never used it much because in the summertime when you would want to be outside, the mosquitoes were so damn bad that nobody ever did. And it was hot. Hot, 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 hot. This is on the east side of the house, so in the evening this would be the cool side of the house. And you overlook these woods, as you can see in the background there. And the woods go all the way to the river, which is about 3 miles away. Judge Kelso used to own this property, and the Renfro family still does, and it's still just woods. It's the back of the house. You see, the house looks small from the front, but it's really not. As you go down the back, you go down the basement, and it actually has a walkout basement window and another window, and that used to be my room, the 4 window over there. Now this is not how we usually lived. This is being staged for an estate sale, so everything is outside. But if you notice the house, as you come into the kitchen, nobody used the front door. It's kind of like the house that I live in now. The people that bought the home, this is the picture that was always been hanging here. This is a picture of Port Cape Girardeau, the building. And Dad had that hanging on the wall forever because, long story, I'll tell it to you sometime. Just ask me. And you went downstairs. And downstairs is where we're going to go first because that's where everybody went. Nobody came in and went anywhere else. The living room, I'll show you that later, but to be truthful, very few people were in there. So let's go downstairs. Let me show you what's down there. Everybody came downstairs. Everybody that knew Mom and Dad came downstairs. There's the fireplace. There was a fireplace in there most every night that it was even approaching being cold, even in the summertime. There's Dad's chair. He always sat there. Now this is not set up the way it was when they were here. Dad's chair was there. Couch was there. Table was there. But all this other junk that's laying out, this is all staged for an estate sale, as you know. Dad's guns were back there. You can still see some of the things that are on the top up there where he had guns and things laying around. I still have those guns. But this is where every party was in the world. This is the famous open staircase, which was really novel at the time, 1963, because when everybody built a staircase, they always enclosed it in. And this was open. It adds a little airiness to the room. Back there is the bar. Speaking of which, let's go back and see it. The bar was a place where if you weren't hanging out in the living room, you were hanging out in the bar. It's a full bar, as you see, padded, chairs, with various accoutrements for bar stuff like neon signs and signage. And of course, Dad being in the sign business, we have some pretty cool signs here. Michelob and such. He had for years in that little place right there, you see, a tapper, a real tapper, cold draft beer at the house. And it was a wonderful thing, and people loved him for it. The door here takes you back into the room where we used to do all your repair for everything. Tool room, whatever you want to call it. Workshop, yeah, that's it. And of course all Dad's stuff is out here. I've taken most of the things of value and things that I wanted, but some things are still here for the new owners. And if you go back over here, you go back into the laundry room, and the laundry room was more than just a laundry room. The old kitchen that we had upstairs, we took everything from there and moved it down here, including the old microwave. That's an Amana radar range for all you fans of old cooking appliances. It's way cool. Still works. And built in the oven that was upstairs, built it in down here. Look at that color, man. You can't buy blue like that. And this was just a room that we used for whatever. If you had parties, you didn't want to go upstairs, here's another prep room, and there was the bar right there. So it was very handy. Ideal for entertaining, as they say. Down this short hallway, you see me in the mirror. But as we walk down the hallway, turn, and this was my room. As a high schooler, this is where I lived. And down in the basement, what better place for a teenager to be with an outside entrance? Well, it's, you know, well, never mind. Anyway, bed, and I always had I used to have twins in here, but somewhere along the line they moved this big bed in here. And a closet, and it was all paneled and all nice and warm and cozy. And this is where I spent at least night times, in this room here. Let's go back upstairs and take a look at the upstairs in the house. Nice, airy, bright kitchen. And it was. You came in, and this is the first place you saw it, and of course made you welcome. Grabbed something to eat, and away you went. Stairway downstairs, and go over here, go into the living room. Living room, dining room combo. Little secretary back there. Nice view out into the woods. Fireplace was upstairs too. They didn't use this one as much, but it was here. And occasionally we had a fire in there. Spills back into the other two bedrooms over there. If you ever came in the front door, which nobody did, this is what you would have seen. Very nice little foyer, or foyer, for those of us from southeast Missouri. And had a nice floor on it, which was some kind of brick, I don't know. But anyway, nobody ever came in this way, so nobody's ever seen this room before. So, especially from this angle, coming in the front door, because nobody ever came in the front door. You always came in the side door, in the carport. So let's go back and look at the bedroom. Down this hall were the two upstairs bedrooms. This was Mom and Dad's bedroom. If I was a realtor, I'd talk about nice closet space, and boy, they had some closets. They built this house in 1964, designed it, built it, and it was state-of-the-art in 1964. Very nice place. You could put big-ass furniture in this place, and they had some, still do. Bathroom. Nobody likes tours of bathrooms, so I'm just walking through, okay? Because you walk through the bathroom or the hall, go back out in the hall, and come into the second small bedroom upstairs, and the two twin beds are up here. And these were probably the twins that used to be downstairs that I used to sleep on when I was a kid. Some reason I slept on a twin bed, don't ask me. Guess I just didn't need the room. And then you could always look outside into the woods and see what was going on there. Very gorgeous place. Very gorgeous place. Gonna miss it. So, the last thing I do before turning out the lights and leaving is to sit in my dad's chair and say goodbye to the house. Not goodbye to the memories, but goodbye to the house.